Okay, this is the second of our set of videos on Python, and as we saw before, we have the print statement, and the print comprises of the instruction, open brackets, and then a set of speech marks, and we can put that command in and see what it looks like. It's worth noting that all instructions are lowercase in Python, and that generally in almost all cases you need to have brackets straight after the instruction. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take something from the keyboard, from the user. So we're going to ask the user for something, and then I'm going to show that the computer has saved that piece of information. Now to do that, I need to create what is called a variable. Now a variable varies, that's where its name comes from. It means that we can change the content. Now I'm going to create a variable, and I'm going to call it username. I'm going to say equals and then two sets of speech marks. Now all I'm telling the computer here is that I want to have a variable. Now I've called it username here. I could have called it anything I want. This program is going to ask the user for their name, and it's going to say hello to them. So username's a good name. I could have called the variable giraffe or duck or goose or anything. I chose username. I've then got the equals. That actually means assign to, or make this equal to, equivalent, store in username. So this is the name of the variable. The equal tells us that whatever's on this side, we're going to store in this variable. That means that the speech marks here, which actually means nothing, it actually means store nothing in the username. Why do this? Because the speech marks tells username that it's going to hold what we call string text. Letters, numbers, symbols, anything else. These speech marks means that the username is going to accept anything that comes from the keyboard, anything at all. Now sometimes we want to be very specific about the kind of data, but right now we don't. All we want to do is say, okay, there are my speech marks, so I just want you to store nothing in there, but I want the username to know it's going to be holding some string data. Now I'm going to press enter, and absolutely nothing appears to have happened. All the Python has done is simply executed it. There's no errors, so everything's worked, but I'm taken to the next line. I'm now going to use our username again. I'm going to now give it a new value, but I'm going to tell it to make it equal to input, and then just like notice it's input, not print, but I'm going to say, please enter your name. Space, and then speech marks. A space after the colon so that there will be a gap between that and what I'm going to type. Now what does this do? Well, input says take from the keyboard. Wait for the user to type something in and press the enter key. Just before that, it will, just like a print statement, send please enter your name to the screen. The only difference is, unlike print, which simply sends it and then goes on, this will wait for us to input the data. Let me show you. I've pressed enter, please enter your name, and the cursor is flashing there. I'm going to put in my name and press enter. Now, it appears that all I've done is text has appeared and I've typed my name in, but the equal sign is telling the system to whatever I type gets stored in this variable username. So I can use this now anytime I like. I'm not rushing to use it, but I could use it anytime I like. This is now storing whatever I've typed in. And just to prove that, we're going to go back to our old humble print statement. I'm going to do speech marks. I'm going to put hello. Don't need the space because Python will sort that out for us. And now I'm going to use the name username. So print to the screen hello, comma, username. And that simply means stick the word hello up and then follow it with this whatever's stored in this variable, which at the moment is my name. I press enter. And notice how the system has remembered what was typed into it. I can use that variable, by the way, anytime I like. So I'm going to say print username. I can do print username. And do all of that. So I can use username whenever I want. If I want to change the contents of username, then I can use what I did in the first one, but let's change it to Bob. Now when I've done that, nothing's changed before because that's happened. That immediate happened. I can't get back to what's up in this list. But there's nothing wrong with me typing commands again. There's my variable again called username. This line here is identical to my earlier one just up here. But username, I've just changed to Bob. So if I've got this correctly, username now stores Bob. I've lost Gary, that's gone. But Bob is now available to me. Have a try, explore it yourself. See what you can change the username to. Also, don't be afraid to change the word username. Change it to something else you like. Why not get your computer program to ask the user for their first and last name and then get it to come back with hello and use their first and last name, not just their first. Explore, have fun, then move on to the next lesson.